Hey, this is Andy with Friend of Construction. I'm going to do another little review video for this 2018 3025E with 300 loader. Went and cut 12 acres this past weekend, and I wasn't too impressed by the performance on this machine. It's a 25 horse motor, and I guess I didn't do my research when I bought it, but I found out over the weekend that it's only 17 horse to the rear PTO, and I'll show you my bush hog and other tractor, and explain to you what happened. But it's this is a consideration that you might want to make when you're picking a tractor and sizing and stuff. So I'll flip the camera around and show you what happened. Alright, so you can see that the tractor's, it was warmed up, but you can see it's cooled down a little bit. But just past where it is right now, maybe just a little bit past, that's where my needle normally sits. But the other day, about here, right here, about where my finger is, that's where it got to. And I was cutting with a 5-foot bush hog. There it is over there on my other tractor. And the PTO on this tractor was just giving me fits. The longer this tractor ran, the worse the performance was. The higher the temperature went, the worse the performance got. So I mean, everything was kind of hand in hand. I ran this for about 6 hours. I mean, it was all I could do to get like 7 acres cut in the 6 hours. I mean, it was just slowing me down so bad. So after I got this put away for the night, I did a little research and found out about the PTO, horsepower and stuff like that. The next morning I got up, it was cool that morning. I cranked it up, we went to work, it was great. Everything was cutting fine. Temperature started raising, performance started going down, I started bogging. So I stopped after about 8 acres, maybe 9. Wasn't really counting, more frustrated than anything. And I came back to my property here. I got my TAFE 35, which is Indian made, Massey Ferguson 135. I mean, it's based on like a 1960s model. This is a 96 model, 1996 model. And this is my bush hog right here. It's an Andy 500. I don't think I got any markings left on it. I've had it for a few years, and you can see it's pretty well beat up because I've used it cutting down woods and stuff like that around my property. I'm not easy with this thing. But this is not a special mower. This is a standard 5-foot mower that most everybody uses. But with this being a 35 horse, that rear PTO right there gives me 31 horse. So this one, not having hydrostatic drive, you have to gear set it. I set the 3rd gear low, hit my PTO, everything was hunky-dory after that. I was flying through the pasture after that, and this thing was cutting great, running at a steady 2100 RPM. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything better. After I got done, well, about when I was getting done, I should say, not after I got done, I had noticed that I broke this right here, my 3-point yoke, and I had to lame duck it around the pasture for like the last 30 minutes. I mean, there wasn't a lot of stumps, there was a lot of rocks and stuff like that, but I think of the few stumps that there was, I did catch it on something, and it was already broken. It had already been patch welded, and it just, you can see it tore right through the metal. It finished cracking what was there. It ripped the weld in half. So I got done is the point. 12 acres got cut. I got paid. Took me a lot longer than I wanted it to. And I should have cut with this. I've cut with this before and not had problems. But boys with new toys want to play with them, and that's what I did. I wanted to see how this was going to perform, and man, I hate to say it, I was disappointed. But losing that 8 horsepower coming out to that rear PTO is detrimental on a bush hog. And maybe if we put a 4-foot bush hog on this, it would perform better. But if I hook up a rototill or a post drill or something like that, I just feel like the longer you run it, the more it's going to heat up the hydraulics and warm the engine. You know, everything's trying to be cooled, and you know, this hydrostatic is just it's like a bad transmission. You know, there's just a lot of power loss from point A to point B. And I say it's a strong but mighty tractor, and it is. I mean, right here I've got a log loaded up, ready to go. I wanted to make this video before I have to go load my trailer right there, or actually a co-worker's trailer, and bring it to them, and then get these logs off my property. But just a consideration, you might want to go with a 3032 or a 3038. You're still going to have PTO horsepower loss at the rear end because they're both hydrostatic. One thing I didn't check that I should have checked is the D series. The D series is a gear drive tractor, and possibly because of the gear drive, you might not lose as much. So I mean it's a, you know, more work on that tractor because it's a gear shift tractor. But you know, horsepower wise, you know, it might be a solution. I didn't do the research to see what the horsepower loss was from engine to PTO, but I know that old Massey Ferguson knockoff right there is 35 to 31 gear drive the whole way. When I bought this, I was told it was gear drive the whole way, and I can't believe that with a 7 horsepower loss, 8 horsepower loss, whatever it is. So just something to consider. You might want to go with gear drive, you might want to go with higher horsepower. 3032, like I said, had 25. 3038 had 30. So I mean, you can see you're losing about 7 to 8 horsepower through that hydrostatic. And possibly on that 3038, you probably won't notice it because that one has a turbo motor. So possibly that might be your best bet, but that's a whole lot of money to spend over this 3025. So just keep these in mind, and I hope this helps. And hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.